Hi, and welcome to the video update for Wednesday, April 29th of 2020. I do hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, good to be with you. Folks have asked how we're doing. Kristen and I are doing well. Kristen is working from home here for the bank. Lorelei is hanging in there. She's not so sure about what it means that she can't see her friends or why they can't hug or why they can't play. So that's getting a little rough, but we're making it, and we're doing okay. And I hope you all are too. If you know of any family members or friends who have contracted the COVID-19 virus, please know that I will pray for them if you send me their names. And I continue to thank you for your prayers and for all that you're doing for people in the community and in our church and in the world. In the way of updates, I just want to say that our council has been meeting probably about every 2 weeks now to kind of keep abreast on things that are going on. And so I just wanted to let you know that that is happening. Our next meeting will be on Friday, May 1st of this week. So we are continuing to shelter in place at this point, and just wanted to let you know that. Hopefully later in this video, or later in this email, I should say, you will read about a little bit of sad news. It is with deep regret that I announce that Janet Gilbert has resigned as our parish administrator effective May 8th. I just want to say thank you to Janet on the off chance that she is watching this, but I want to say thank you to her. This is probably one of the only public forums I get to do that, so thank you for all that you've done for peace over the last 4 to 5 years. You have been a great addition to the staff. You are a wonderful person that handles people very well, and that's one of the things that I have appreciated most. You are definitely one of the ones who's willing to jump in and learn new things, and that's a wonderful thing. And you just had a great disposition. You had a great a presence about you, and so please know that you will be missed, but we do wish you well on whatever's next for you. So again, thank you very much. And for those of you who may be watching from the parish, please thank Janet if you have a chance before she leaves on Friday. In the way of a devotion today, I'm also posting a video in this email that's from Dr. Jacqueline Bussey, who is a Lutheran ELCA professor at Concordia Lutheran College in Moorhead. I believe it's Minnesota. It's Moorhead. But she has posted this prayer. She was asked to come up with a prayer and offer it for the ending of school. And so this is what she came up with, and I thought it was wonderful, and so I share it with you. In the way of devotions, though, I wanted to say that our text study group of colleagues, we were talking about this idea, this notion of us being sort of a forced or an enforced Sabbath. This time is a forced or an enforced Sabbath. And we Americans are not very good at taking care of ourselves and taking Sabbath rest like maybe we should. One of the commandments is to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And so on the Sabbath day, God rested from all that God did. On the seventh day of creation, God took a Sabbath. God rested from all that God did in the work of creation. And our Sabbath days are supposed to be rest days in some sense. It's supposed to be a day that we can recharge, a day that we can reconnect either with ourselves or with God or with both. And I just wonder how we're doing that. How are we with our Sabbath taking in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of the coronavirus? We were talking about this, and on Sunday evening for the education virtual class that I led, we talked about rhythms and the rhythms of our lives, and how the rhythms or the patterns or our daily routines have been upset. We may have had something that we used to do before the pandemic, and we don't do that so much anymore. And so what is the new rhythm that we've gotten into? Or what has been something that we used to do that we've carried over and we still do, and what do we add to it? How does that become our Sabbath, and what does that mean? So I offer those things to you as something to think about this week, and to know that in your Sabbath rest and your Sabbath play, know that God is still here. God is still active, and as though and though that may be hard to hear depending on where you are in that phase of life, it is true that God is a God who keeps promises. And as we will hear this week, God wants abundant life for us. God wants abundant life for us. And if that's true, then this is but a blip on that radar. And even now, in the midst of pandemic, what does it mean that we can have life? What does it mean that we might need a different rhythm? What does it mean that we might need to take a Sabbath? I would normally pray for you here, but I'm going to let Dr. Bussey do that for us. And so I will simply say, thank you for watching. God's peace be with you.